Today we are going to program a data structure called array. Array is a data structure that is already built in programming languages, but for educational purposes we will create our own array. Since there are two types of array based on size, we will first go through a fixed array. A fixed array is an array with a specific length that can contain elements within that range. So let's get started. First, we need to declare our items, which will be a built-in array of items. Then we need a value that will tell us how many elements we have. And with those two components, we can start creating our constructors. So first, our default constructor, which will have length to 0 and items of 0 elements. Then a constructor that contains length and items allocate the length. Then a constructor that receives items. And those are the constructors. Since we created our items private, we need to somehow access them. We could make this public, but when we make this public, we would need to call array.items and index. And actually, why not just create a system where we can declare like this? And actually, in C# we can. By defining public method like this. But we need a get method that return the items index and a set method. Usually this is it for the basic, but what I'd like to do is make no out of bounds collisions. By making negative that goes backwards, and if it's overflow, it just resets count from starting index. Like this. And now since we have everything, we can start creating our program. Let's create a fixed array that has a new fixed array size of 5 elements. Then we will use a declaration function where we shall start from -1 to an array that is to a field that is larger than the array, and we will say fixed array I equals new random x, which will generate a random number. And now we can create our new loop that shall go much further. in range, but we will print. Now let me just compile that and let me execute it. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if you check, this is equal to this, and 1, 2, 3, 4 are in between. Usually this is correct because our array is size of 5, and we access the index. So this is the basics of a fixed array.